The hour is late, so I want to tell you a brief story and share a text with you and a thought leading to the high holidays. And it all starts with the curses. Pat did a wonderful job at reading them. I don't know that you want to know them in English. They're very, very difficult. And it is a part of the tradition that is very difficult to listen to and very difficult to take something from that we can find productive as we move forward. And the related story I think that I want to share with you is that earlier this week I had the opportunity to teach the second session of the Intro to Judaism class that started a couple of weeks ago. It is co-taught by all of the rabbis in the community. It happens on Wednesday nights, and we're using a new curriculum from American Jewish University from their Intro to Judaism program. It's a great, great class, and we decided to change things around a little bit in terms of the order of the lessons, and so we talked about high holidays, quite fitting as the high holidays are upcoming. And as we talked about the ideas of the Aseret Yemei Teshuvah, well, first the month of Elul, and I do want to call your attention to the fact that our Kisei Eliyahu, our Elijah's chair, is on the bima. It made its appearance there on the 1st of Elul. I don't know where the shofar is, but we'll find the shofar. But the Kisei Eliyahu is there. And also the talit, the story of the talit that I have, that has been passed on to me. Rabbi Sager was once, there was a bar mitzvah in the community or a bat mitzvah in the community, and it was a wonderful occasion. And on Sunday or Monday or Tuesday of the following week, that talit was found, and it's actually a very nice talis. It's a Gabrieli talis, and a nice weave and everything. And he called the bar mitzvah family and said, "I think somebody from your family left the talit here, and it's a nice one, so you may want to, get it back." And the family called around, and nobody claimed it, and made announcements about it for several weeks afterward, and nobody claimed it. And so we have designated that as a talit from Elijah, a gift to our community. And its role is to stay on Elijah's chair. And really what that chair is an invitation during the month of Elul and during Aseret Yemei Teshuvah, the 10 days of repentance between Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, and really throughout the season, to come and to spend some private time before the ark in reflection and in preparation in this place, where we will celebrate the high holidays in this configuration, actually for the last time this upcoming year, after which we'll be at the Carolina Theater, God willing, for 1 year, and then we'll be oriented towards the east. So it's a special invitation this year. Anyways, that was all a digression, but in the class, somebody raised their hand and said, this all feels so punitive. All this focus on sin and all of this focus on repentance, and asked this question of, it's kind of hard to relate to. And she was tapping into something that the rabbis understood, and the text that I want to share with you is from Maimonides' Hilchot Teshuvah, the Laws of Repentance, in chapter 10, where he says as follows: "A person should not say, 'I will fulfill the mitzvot of the Torah and occupy myself in its wisdom in order to receive all the blessings which are contained within it, or in order to merit life in the world to come.' And similarly, a person should not say, 'I will separate myself from all the sins which the Torah contains so that I will be saved from the curses that are contained therein.'" He says it is not fitting to serve God in this manner. A person whose service is motivated by these factors is considered one who serves out of fear. And this is not the way of the prophets or the wise. He says this is something that you may train people to serve God with, but until their knowledge increases and they serve God out of love. And he says in the very next section, one who serves God out of love occupies himself within the Torah and the mitzvot and walks in the paths of wisdom for no ulterior motive, not because of fear that evil will occur, nor in order to acquire benefit. Rather, that person does what is true because it is true. And ultimately, good will come because of it, but good not in the sense of a reward. I think in the sense of doing the righteous thing is in itself the goodness. So I think there's something very important about understanding that the curses, while they're there, are not the way that the rabbis said we should ultimately settle into our faith, that we should settle into our faith out of love. And I like to explain one thing about Yom Kippur, because we had this whole conversation about is Judaism sometimes gets a bad name as being and it's sometimes frankly falsely accused of being the religion of either the Old Testament God, right, or the religion of law and order and punishment, as opposed to a religion of love. And what I want to say is that Yom Kippur, in the Hasidic tradition, is a wedding. And it's a day of love. If Tisha B'Av, which was 6 weeks ago, five and a half weeks ago, over the summer, is a day of separation between God and the Jewish people, that separation is healed on Yom Kippur. And Yom Kippur is a day of closeness and intimacy and love. And this may sound strange. The rabbis say lots of times, yes, we should push ourselves at this time of year. We should do a cheshbon hanefesh. We should think about who we've been. We should make amends, all of those things. But we shouldn't lose sight of the fact that on Yom Kippur, God's forgiveness is guaranteed. It's a promise. It's not something we have to earn. The day is a gift. And it's a gift of love. And I think that that's a voice we need to hear more of. And to know that, yes, we got to think about who we are. Yes, we got to get better. But ultimately, this is a relationship not where we are being judged all the time and pushed away, but where we are being brought close. May that kavanah take us forward in the weeks to come as Rosh Hashanah is coming soon. Shabbat Shalom.